So I hope everybody have understood the concept of yogas. Okay. So I can cover only some yogas, important yogas. Okay, but the most important thing is these yogas and all these things are already clearly mentioned in every book. Okay. There's no any confusions in that. But the problem is the implementation. Okay, how to implement it. So for that, we have seen the exceptions rules also. And if you observe, all exceptions are somehow same. Okay, if you know the basics, you can understand the how these exceptions are working behind. Okay, so same exceptions rules you can apply in every yogas and you can test it. Okay, so today we will discuss about Panchanga. Okay, so anybody know about Panchang or studied anything related to Panchang before?
No, sir.
Sandeep ji, Kiran ji, Ishwar ji, anything, any idea about Panchang?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Sudarshan.
Yeah, Sudarshan.
Actually, I joined this class only today. Yesterday, I just
Okay.
was looking at those videos. So Panchanga, I just learned, like, I know how to look at it and find out the things.
Yes.
And it also gives about the various aspects of houses, how to name a baby, and about Vastu also it speaks. It gives various measurements and then Vastu. And then which are the good days and bad days for any function. So all those details you can find it out in Panchanga.
Yes. And you are newly joined to this course, so
Yeah.
hope you have a lot of study materials to work on. Okay, so watch all previous videos.
Yeah.
You want to have covered till now. And so as Sudarshan ji is saying about Panchang, that is completely correct. Okay. Now before we start Panchanga, I will give you the brief idea. Okay. So one thing, I don't know how many of you have tried to read about Panchang or anything about Panchang on the internet and all. So the thing is, you will not find any classical book dedicated for the Panchang. Okay. You will not find any single book in which you will see the content of Panchang. Okay, so see, Panchanga means what? Panch means 5. Okay, 5. Anga means elements. Or not elements, Anga means limbs. Okay, 5 limbs. Okay, so now these limbs, 5 limbs, we can also relate with the elements, and there are many other things also I will discuss today. So in this Panchang, 5 limbs, what are the limbs? Okay, so there are 5 things which we need to understand if you want to learn about Panchang. Okay. Now, as I told you, there is no any complete dedicated book only which can teach you complete Panchang thing. Okay. So in olden days, in Gurukul, okay, so in Gurukul, when any student joined the Gurukul for the Veda Dhyan, okay, for learning the Vedas and all. So the very first thing they learn is the Panchang. Okay. So the Panchang is not limited only for the jyotish. Okay. For every Vedic activity, Panchang is needed. Correct. Panchang is important to decide our festivals also. Okay, there is a whole Shastra, there is a whole branch of study in Jyotish which we call Muhurat. correct? Electional astrology, Muhurta Shastra. That whole Muhurta branch is based on the Panchang. Okay, but yes, we have many classical books for the Panchang. Okay, Muhurta Chintamani. Okay, Brihaspati Samhita. Like there are more than 18 classical books in which you can read about the Muhurtas. Okay, but in those Muhurta book also, you will not find any dedicated chapters or anything for the Panchang. Okay, so Muhurta means what? Muhurta means time duration like 48 minutes is one Muhurat. Am I correct? If anybody know about Muhurta, so Muhurta, literal meaning of Muhurat is 48 minutes. So that 48-minute becomes very important to initiate any activity. Okay. So in our Vedic culture, or we can say in our Hindu tradition, whatever activity we do, okay, so we always look for auspicious time to start the event. Okay. So that auspicious time, we also call it as a Muhurat. Okay. Auspicious time to start the education, auspicious date and time to do marriage, correct? Auspicious time for naming the baby, which we also call Namkaran Sanskar, correct? And similarly, in Vedic tradition, the starting of education starts after Upanayan Sanskar. Upanayan, for English audience, maybe they are not aware about this thing, so they can read about Upanayan Sanskar thing on the internet. So this is basically a ceremony which we also call thread ceremony, in which there is a Janev, which the native who is for whom this Upanayan Sanskar is conducting, they wear this Upanayan, and Guru gives the Diksha or the initiation of Gayatri Mantra. From that day, that student start chanting of that Gayatri Mantra. And that day onward, he is eligible to read the Vedic Shastra. Okay, before Upanayan Sanskar, okay, no student is eligible to chant Gayatri Mantra and Vedic studies. Correct. So Vedic studies also include jyotish. But nowadays, we are not following these things. Okay, we don't know even what is Upanayan Sanskar. Forget about the Gayatri Mantra, and we directly deals with the jyotish. Okay, that's why we are unable to do jyotish in the actual manner. Okay, so this is the whole base. So we don't have that base. Okay, like I belong to the Brahmin family, so I am wearing Janev. Okay, so my Upanayan Sanskar is done at the age of I think 14 or 15, if I'm not wrong. So from that age, my guru given me the Gayatri Mantra Diksha. I'm doing Gayatri Mantra Japa 2 times in a day. And after that onward, I initiated into the study of Veda. Okay, so my guru taught me this Athar Veda. So I had to study one Veda out of 4. Obviously, parallelly, I need to continue my that formal education also. So he taught me the Atharved. I have not completed the whole Atharved things, but yes, the major part I know. That we call Samhita part. Okay. So at that time, that guru who taught me all these things, he also taught me the basics of Panchang. Obviously, he is not a Jyotishi, so all details will be not covered. But I'm telling you the process. Okay. So in olden days, Gurukul, they used to taught all these Panchang things in very detail. So at later on, when you pursue the Jyotish studies and all, when you start the Muhurta and all. So you can easily connect all these dots of Panchang. Okay. So nowadays we have some specific books for the Panchang, which modern authors have written after many researches and all. There are few books available in the market on the Panchanga topic. Anybody interested, they can read it. Okay. So obviously in this class, I can't cover whole detail of Panchang. Okay. Although this is an ultra beginner's course, as I promised in the beginning, I'm just giving you the introduction of Panchang. At least you should have an idea about the basic structure of Panchang. Okay. That thing only I'm covering here. Okay. Maybe in future, if anybody interested, they can learn more about Panchanga from different sources. Okay. Now, what is this Panchang? That we will see. Just a second. My screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, this Panchanga means 5 limbs. Okay, what are these limbs? Those limbs, the first is Vara. Okay, so you have to remember the actual name. Okay, Sanskrit name.
आपलं नाही म्हणा. ते झोपच लागले. मग काय?
Okay, so you have to remember the original Sanskrit name for this Panchanga. Okay, the first thing is the Vara. Okay, Vara in English we call it weekday. Okay, like we have Monday, right now today we have Saturday, correct, tomorrow Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So all these weekdays we call it Vara. Correct? Or in normal Hindi we call it Saptaha. Saptaha means week. Okay. So within that Saptaha we have 7 days. So that days are means the Vara. Okay, second Anga or the limb is Tithi. Okay, Tithi. What is the Tithi? Anybody? Any idea?
So date, auspicious date.
No, not auspicious date. Any other idea about Tithi? Tithi is not auspicious days. Yes, there are auspicious Tithis and inauspicious Tithis. So we sometimes recommend don't do this activity in that Tithi. Correct. Any other idea about Tithi? Anybody in the session?
Or is it a function which we do after someone's death or something?
See, Tithi, basically, it's a difference between the position of sun and moon. Okay, so if we talk about the astronomical thing, so this is the difference for the relative motion of moon with respect to sun. Correct. We call it lunar day also. So Pallavi is talking about date. So you know a date? It's a lunar day. Okay, solar day and lunar day. There are 2 different kinds of day. Generally we consider. Okay. So Tithi is basically a lunar day because it is based on the position of moon. Okay. So in Sanskrit we call it Tithi. In English we call it lunar day. Okay. So every 12 degree of distance between Chandra and Surya, between moon and sun, 12 degree of distance create one Tithi.
Sir, can you repeat the last line between
Between moon and sun.
moon and sun? Okay.
Okay, every 12 degree of distance, we call it one Tithi. So we have 360 degree of zodiac belt. Okay, so these Tithi will construct accordingly. Okay, so I'm just giving you a rough idea about Tithis. Okay, there are more elements to it. Okay. So in Vedic system or in our Hindu culture, we celebrate our birthday based on the Tithi. Correct? Not based on the day in which you were born. Correct? Like my birth is on Monday. Okay. But I born on some specific Tithi, so I will celebrate my birthday on that Tithi only. Okay. So every festivals of India, you take any festivals, all festivals celebrated on the basis of Tithi. Correct? Like just now we have celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi. Correct? Ganesh means what? We know Lord Ganesha, the son of Lord Shiva. Ganesh Chaturthi. What is the Chaturthi? Chaturthi is the Tithi. Okay. The birth of Lord Ram. We call it Ram Navami. Correct. That Navami is what? That Navami is the Tithi. The birth of Sri Krishna. That day we call Krishna Janmashtami. Correct. Janmashtami. Janma Ashtami. Ashtami is the Tithi. Correct. In just few days, we are going to celebrate Vijayadashmi. Vijayadashmi, again, it is based on the Tithi, Dashmi Tithi. Correct? So all these festivals in India, we celebrate on the basis of Tithi. Now this is very complicated. Okay. So there are a lot of debates, and on every festival you will see some festivals falls on 2 different days. Like in Janmashtami, in Raksha Bandhan also this year, we have celebrated. You have seen some people say you should celebrate this festival on this day. Some are saying on other day. Because the calculation of Tithi is little bit controversial in India. Some Panchanga says that this Tithi and that Tithi, and the festivals fall on different days. Okay, so we will not go into that area now, but I'm just giving you an idea. This is the Tithi. Okay, and in astrological part, this Tithi becomes very important for you. Okay, so any kind of blemish or any kind of dosha, if you found in Tithi or Vara, Karana, Nakshatra Yoga, any of these limbs, okay, first you need to resolve that dosha in your chart. Okay, then only you can prosper in your life. This is the basic thing. Okay, and Tithi is also important because there is a branch in jyotish, we call it annual chart. Okay, Varshafal. So annual chart, Varshfal, generally people use annual chart. They call it Vedic Varshfal. Okay, but they are using Tajik system. Okay, Tajik is a different system. Okay, but in Vedic astrology, annual horoscope is constructed on the basis of Tithi. Okay, that we call Tithi Pravesha chart. Tithi Pravesha Kundali. Correct. So by using the Tithi, you can create your annual chart. From the same horoscope, you can construct the annual chart. From this tithi, you can construct your monthly chart. And from this tithi only, you can construct your daily chart. So this is very important. Okay. So the all things, either you want to do prediction for daily basis, tithi becomes very important for you. Okay. You want to celebrate any festivals, tithi becomes very important. Even for the prediction purpose, also tithi becomes very important. Now the next limb is Karana. Okay. I will come to this part, Karana Nakshatra Yoga later. And the fourth limb is Nakshatra. That is very popular nowadays. So we know about Nakshatra, there are 27 Nakshatras and all. Okay, and the last limb is Yoga. Okay, we'll discuss about Yoga also. So now, these 5 elements together, we call it Panchanga. Okay. Now this Panchang also denotes elements. Okay, like we know, we have 5 elements: fire, water, earth, air, and ether. Like Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jal, Akash. Okay. So now there's Vara. Vara basically denotes fire element. Okay, Tithi denotes the water element. And Karana denotes earthy element, Nakshatra, airy, Yoga, Akash Tattva. Either. Right? These are the elements. Now this also has some predictive element in it. Okay. Now every limb of Panchang also represented by one planet. Like Vara is Mars. Weekday denoted by Mars. Tithi, lunar day from Moon. Karana, Mercury. Nakshatra, Saturn. And Yoga, Jupiter. Okay, now this planetary rulership is slightly different in the South Indian jyotish. Okay, now Panchanga becomes very controversial because in North India they use little bit slightly different planets, rulership, and all these things. Okay, like Tithi have deities. Now those deities are different. Some deities are different in the South India, and in North India use it in differently. Okay, like Yoga, Karana, the deities and the planets are different for this in the South Indian, North India. Okay. But the system which I am teaching you, that is a North Indian based system. And in Jehora also you will find this similar thing. Jehora software which we use, okay, in that software also you will see the similar thing. Tithi denoted by Mars, Karana Mercury, Saturn for the nakshatra, and Yoga denoted by Jupiter. Okay, now I will give you just a basic idea about the functionality of these things when we use for the predictive purpose. Weekday gives the hint of longevity, health, vitality in us. Okay, Tithi gives us the prosperity and sustenance. There's a spelling mistake in this slide, sustenance. Okay. Karana is important in order, see, Karana can give you the important clues regarding your profession and career. Karana is also important for the achievement of goals. Correct? If in your chart, if Karana is badly placed and the Karana element is badly afflicted, then it means whatever goals you set in your life, okay, you have to face a lot of struggle. Correct? Like this, you have to understand it. I'm just giving you one application in this class. Okay, like this, there are hundreds of applications of Panchanga. Okay, that you will study in your upcoming days. Okay. Nakshatra. Nowadays, nakshatra we use for everything. Okay. People have done a lot of courses, big courses on nakshatra. By nakshatra, we can predict yearly event, daily event. A lot of techniques are there. Okay, but originally in the Panchanga, nakshatra element gives you experiences. Okay, like let's say, whenever we start any auspicious work, okay, we always see the panchang. So in that panchang, we choose the auspicious nakshatra also. Correct? Like if I'm entering into new house, so generally we ask nakshatra. Okay, and we ignore the rest of other things. We give importance to nakshatra and tithi. Okay, so tithi, you understood. If tithi is wrong, so it means it becomes difficult for the prosperity. But what if nakshatra is not good? If nakshatra is not good, so maybe by doing that activity, you will have a bad experience with that event. It means if you do any activity during the inauspicious nakshatra, whatever activity you do, you have to face the bad experiences. So that's why nakshatra becomes very important. Okay. Now yoga is a binding forces. Binding forces means, if you understand in different meaning, the relationship part of your life. Okay, you can decode by using the yoga. Now this yoga is different, okay, which we have seen in our earlier classes. This is not that yoga. These yogas are different. Okay, so yoga basically gives you the binding forces in your life. It may be a relationship, any kind of relationship. Okay, this is just a basic idea about the Vara, Tithi, Karna, Nakshatra and yoga. Okay, there are a lot of details. Okay, if we take one complete month on the Panchang, that also becomes very less time for us to cover the Panchang. The Panchang itself is a very big, it will take almost 6 months, complete 6 months to understand the whole Panchang. Okay, but as a beginner, what basic things at least you need for the prediction, that I will teach you in today's class. Okay. So this basic thing, you just keep in your mind. You have these 5 elements. Okay. Every element uses column. See that last column of uses. Okay. Vara, longevity, health or vitality. Tithi, sustenance and prosperity. Karna, achievements of goals. Okay. Nakshatra, experiences. And yoga means binding forces. Correct? So this thing you just keep in your mind, and then we will see how to implement that thing in our chart. Okay. And as I'm saying, I'm just teaching you only 1-2% in this class. Okay. There are a lot of other things that you should learn. And in your journey of Jyotish, you study it slowly. Any doubt till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Geora screen visible?
Yes, sir. सर एक क्वेश्चन है आउट ऑफ अभी कांस्टेंट यहाँ पे कंटेंट्स आज का जो फुल मून है इज इट इन पाइसेस और एक्वेरियस
Pisces or Aquarius means?
सर किस में है मीन राशि में है आज फुल मून या कुंभ राशि में है सर कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं आज जो फुल मून है पूर्णिमा दैट इज इन मीन राशि सर हमारा ये ट्रांजिट जो हो रहा है ये हमें एक्वेरियस दिखा रहा है बट देयर इज अ कंफ्यूजन सोशल मीडिया सारा मीन राशि बोल रहा है ऐसा क्यों
एक सेकंड.
हाँ सर
chart bana rahe hain. I will come into that topic. It's not a Mumbai 722.
Actually, in my app, it is showing Kumbha.
Yeah, it is Kumbh, but the full social media is showing this. Everywhere it is spices, spices, spices. So the confusion started from there.
Hello.
Actually, it says based on this Bangalore.
Okay, and there are different yogas, karnas, and their properties. So for all this thing, I will upload that table in Thinkific. You can download it. Okay. But the practical purpose we will discuss today in today's class. Okay, so you may require that table also. That I will upload in the Thinkific. But now just understand how we are using it. And I'm just explaining the one application as I'm telling you. There are many other things which we can use Panchanga. Okay. For the practical purpose, for your own horoscope, how you can utilize it. This is very basic thing. So now, the very first step, whenever we see any chart, okay, before we jump into the analysis of dasha, transit, and yoga, and all these things, very first thing is Panchanga. Okay, on which Panchanga this native has taken the birth. Correct? Now, we know in our horoscope analysis, very first thing we consider that is the Lagna. Okay, Lagna is important. Before that, we will check about the Panchanga dosha. Okay, there are different Panchanga doshas also. Okay, but we will discuss the most important now. Now in Jehora, you can see here, you can see the date of birth, time, place. Okay, rest of other these details. Okay, lunar year. Okay, lunar year and month. Tithi you can see here, Krishna Dashmi. Okay. Vedic weekday, Nakshatra, Yoga and Karana. This is a Hora Lord. Okay, all other things are given here, sunrise, sunset. At that day, when he taken birth, like on the 12th of June, at what time sunrise and sunset happened, you can see these details here. Correct? But we will focus more on these details from here. Okay. Now from the table that I've shown you, in the table you have seen why we use Tithi. In using Tithi, you can see the prosperity. Correct? Vedic weekday means Vara, that we use for the longevity, vitality. Am I correct? Anybody remember the table? Nakshatra. Nakshatra is for what? Experiences. Okay. Yoga and Karana. Karana means? Karana is used for what purpose? Achievement of goals. It means whatever goals that native set. if native is not setting any goal in his life, so all small achievements which he desired to achieve, okay, that Karna plays very important role. Okay, so we'll start with one by one. I will give you one example in today's session. You can apply same thing in any chart. Okay, so you can see the Karna. Karna is Vanija Karna. In bracket, you can see Venus, that is the lord of that Karna. And that Karna is left 28.50%. Okay, there's a duration for Karna Nakshatra, na? Like Revati Nakshatra. Revati Nakshatra, 75% is left. Okay, so what is this Vanija Karna and all these things? So that is very in detailed thing. We will not cover here. Okay, but I will give you the one application of this Karna. Okay, so we deal with the lords of that Karna. Okay, you can memorize this Karna lord. I will upload that table. But Jehora will give you every Karna. Okay. So this native Karna is Vanija Karna. The ruler of that Karna is Venus. Okay, it means in this native chart, the placement of Venus will give us hints how native will achieve his goal, or is there any problem if Venus is badly afflicted. Okay, so it means no matter how much effort that native is putting in his life to achieve the goals, he always face many obstructions or different kind of hurdle. Okay, then he consults Jyotishi. Jyotishi says Dasha and all other things, and he recommend a lot of remedies, and you will see no remedy is going to work. Why? Because here Panchanga dosha, due to the Panchang dosh of Karna, he is facing that problem. Until you resolve this Karna thing, dosh of Karna, no remedy is going to work. Correct? Understood? Similarly, if nakshatra, birth nakshatra is badly afflicted or placed, now on this birth nakshatra, there are a lot of techniques. Okay, but I'm just giving you the basic technique. It means if your birth nakshatra lord is badly placed, okay, it means your final experience from your life or from your major activities in your life, you always feel unsatisfied, or you will be not happy with that all major events of your life. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? So all these 5 elements become very important for you. Okay, and your basic problems of your life you can see in your Panchanga. Okay, so if you can resolve this Panchang dosha, okay, then whatever remedy you do by seeing your dasha, antardasha or transit or anything, those remedies will work easily. Okay, but many a times we ignore Panchang dosha and we skip to the major Kalsarab dosha and all these things, and still we are suffering. Correct? So Panchang is the very first thing. Clear? So now you know the Karna is Venus, and in this chart, the horoscope is having Virgo Lagna. Okay, now for this Virgo Lagna chart, you can see the placement of all planets. Now just tell me, just see this chart for just 1 minute and tell me how this Venus is placed in this chart. Venus is afflicted or not?
Yes, sir, afflicted. Highly afflicted, I will say.
Highly afflicted. Okay, why?
It's with Rahu first, and then 8th house, then with Gulika, also Saturn looking at it.
Okay, so Saturn is a friend of Venus, no? Then what is the issue?
But still, Saturn is retrograde from there.
Hmm. Okay, good try.
Okay.
Any other?
So
people?
12th house lord, which is Venus, is in. I'm sorry, the 9th house lord, which is Venus, is in 8th house
Hmm.
with Rahu.
Yes. Yes, that is a loss of bhagya.
That's right. Plus, sir, Venus is in which nakshatra?
Venus is in Ashwini Nakshatra. Venus is in Ashwini Nakshatra. Okay, for Ashwini Nakshatra Lord is Ketu.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
problems in relationship will be there.
See, problem in relationship, all these things, yes, we can understand. But the thing is, we are checking this Venus with respect to the Karna. Okay, birth, Panchang. And this Karna is what? Fulfillment of goals or desires. Okay.
Also.
In this chart, Venus, who is the Lord of second house and ninth house, sitting in the
8th house.
eighth house. Okay. Eighth house where Mudrikon sign of Mars is there. So what is the relationship between Venus and Mars? Are they friendly or enemy?
Enemies.
Enemies.
Enemies. Okay. Now that Venus is also with the Rahu.
Also.
Okay. Now aspected by Saturn. So the Saturn aspecting Venus is not that much harmful. But you have to remember that Saturn is also the lord of sixth house. Also, it will carry the sixth house energy because sixth house Saturn, where the Mool Trikon sign of Saturn is falling. Correct?
Yes.
So somehow the Saturn is not that much bad for the Venus, but yes, it will carry the influence of that thing. Also, you can see 12th house Lord Sun. Okay, 12th house Lord Sun that is sitting in the Taurus.
Yes.
Whose expositor is Venus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all this factor shows Venus is somehow badly afflicted, and that Venus becomes the kernel lord for this native also. Okay. So whatever goals he set, especially in profession also, because karna is important for the profession.
Yes.
Okay. So in profession also he need to face difficulties, no matter how the 10th house lord Saturn is good placed in this chart. That is a secondary thing. But the primary thing is the karna achievement. Okay. So we can't say if Venus is badly placed, karna lord is badly placed, it means that native profession is bad. No. Native profession he may be IAS officer. Okay. But you have to understand this karna is an achievement of goal. Okay. Maybe he thought of becoming minister, maybe. Okay. Or maybe he thought of becoming something which is greater than IAS officer. Okay. But he becomes IAS officer and he's not that much satisfied or happy with his profession. Okay. We have those kind of people also.
Desires will not be fulfilled.
Yes. And he always struggle in his profession, no matter in which big position he may be, but he always suffer. That is the karna lord affliction. Correct? Now, this Vanija Karna have a lot of other properties also. Okay, that maybe you can learn in advanced courses, but this is how we are going to use it.
So what is
Okay.
percentage after that Venus? वो क्या है?
Percentage is not useful for you right now. Actually, that percentage shows this Vanija Karna, okay, is left 28% on that day.
Of a
Okay.
day. Okay.
Of a day. Let's say if I increase the time from 2:23 to if I go for the 5 or 6 p.m., they will see that Karna is over.
Okay.
Or not over, maybe it will only 10-15% is left, like this.
That is for the present day, sir, right?
Present day, yes.
Okay.
Present day. Like Nakshatra, you can see Nakshatra, 75% is left.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after Revati, Ashwini will start It means
Hmm.
after 75% of covering of Revati Nakshatra, it means this nakshatra is what? This nakshatra is showing the placement of moon, correct? Moon
Yes,
is
sir.
placed in the Revati Nakshatra in this chart.
Hmm.
Okay, and moon stays in one nakshatra for
2.5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
Okay, 75% is left. It means after 2 days, it will move to Ashwini Nakshatra,
Okay, sir.
like this.
Understood. Sir.
Okay, so this percentage is there. Jayora only gives you this percentage. Okay, rest of other software is not mentioning this percentage. And there are a lot of use for this percentage, but now in the beginning, you don't need that. Okay.
Sir, would it be possible that let's say if we like this is the present day transit chart, right? Let's say ये किसी का birth chart है हमारे सामने. If we are moving
हमें
ahead in
ये birth chart ही है.
अच्छा ठीक है sir. Like let's say we are moving ahead in our life, so certain things मतलब keeps on finishing. So those things will be removed from the transit. Does that happen that way?
No. See, this is the blueprint of that
Okay.
native. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this chart, there is a Karana dosh. Correct.
Right.
So
Right.
that Karana dosh is with that native throughout the life.
Sir, but
Okay.
everyone won't have that dosh, right? Karna dosh won't.
No,
Everyone won't have.
No. As I
Yeah.
told you, that depends upon the position of Venus. Simple.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Understood.
And the analysis of Venus, which we have done just now. Okay.
Right. Right.
That is only the rough analysis based on your understanding what you have learned in the course. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
soon when you go ahead in your journey of jyotish, okay, so you will learn many other parameters to judge this trend and every other. Correct. You will learn soon about the Shadbal and everything. So you will realize there are many parameters are there to judge the strength of planet and the auspicious inauspiciousness of planet. Okay. So every person will have something different.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so maybe your Karna Lord is good placed.
Okay, sir.
Okay, like this.
Right.
Yes, Pallavi.
Sir, Karna Lord can be a Marka also.
Yes. Mark
So,
also.
okay, but sir, as like Venus is also a Lord of the trine.
No, Karna Lord. So in this chart, Venus is not Marak.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but yes, like Venus is placed in the 8th house, aspecting 2nd house. Venus have that property that he can
Be a
act
Marka.
as okay, but for this Lagna, Venus is not Marak.
Okay. So, but Marka and Karna can be a same.
Yes, it can be possible.
So it's gonna be a worst yoga.
No. If your weekday is also the Marak, so then it becomes worst.
Okay.
Okay, why? Because that Maraka actually deals with your longevity. Okay, Maraka means which can kill you. Okay, which can make you which can give you health troubles, accidents, and all things. Okay, Maraka is not related to the rest of other areas of your life. Okay, that purely based on your longevity and vitality. And out of this, all 5 elements, Panchanga, which element controls the vitality part in your life? That is weekday. Correct?
Yeah.
It means if weekday is also your Marak or Badhak, that becomes worse.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Like this.
I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
So you said that the table that we saw earlier, wherein Karana was signified by Mercury as
As the Prithvi Tattva.
the Prithvi Tattva. So in this case, sir, if Karna, the Lord, which is Venus, is badly placed, what role does Mercury play, sir? Does Mercury also play a role?
No, that Mercury is a overall significator of Karna.
Okay.
Okay, so we not correlate with like this.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just a Karak Tattva.
Okay.
Okay, but now we are dealing with very specific for this native.
Right.
Okay, and those planets are based on the elements of Panchang. As I told you, those planetary things may be changed in South Indian system. That may be different. Okay. But for now, we'll follow this North Indian system that Jehovah is giving us. So this is correct as per me. We can do it.
Sir,
So-
will this, sorry,
Yeah, safely.
will this Karana dosh manifest more in the Venus dasha or Andar dasha, or
Yes.
it will be the same? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
See, now it depends upon the technique which you are using. Okay, let's say if you are using Vimshotri Dasha, and in Vimshotri Dasha also you see the Venus Karana. Okay, that becomes prominent. That becomes prominent. Okay, so whatever that person take any activity to perform, okay, so you will see that native always face difficulty in achievement. Okay, that is a result of this Karana, especially in Vimshotri Dasha or any kind of tool you use. Whenever there is a Venus, trouble is there.
Okay.
Trouble not in what we call trouble not in the executing, trouble not in the planning. No, everything will be okay. But at the final achievement, this will act as a trouble.
Okay. And you said that this dosh has to be resolved. Will you also tell us how this native can resolve the dosha? of Karana?
As a beginner, okay, don't get confused with lot of remedies. Okay, the simplest remedy as a beginner which you all can follow or even suggest, that is the planetary mantra. Okay, planetary mantra. Simple Shukra mantra that you can suggest this native to do, or you know the Kaya Tattva of Shukra, correct? Shukra is what? Venus is female, correct? So this native, you can suggest him to conduct what we call morally or conduct good with especially female natives. Correct? Venus is what? Wife. Okay, so you can suggest as a remedy, this remedy for the native, like you need to be good with the wife and all. And for remedy, Venus, we also associate with Durga, the goddess Durga. So we can suggest any small mantra for the Venus, goddess Durga and all. But there are a lot of other remedies like gemstones and all other things. So don't recommend any gemstones, okay, for any badly placed planet. Correct? So that's why as a remedy in next session, that is complete remedial session only. So in there I will give you the complete list of remedies which we can perform, and there are some conditions for that I will teach you. Okay, so those remedies you can merge with these things. Even for the Vimshotri Dasha, even for the transit, and everywhere you can apply it. Okay, that I will teach you in next session only, remedial part. Okay, but try to suggest only mantra-based remedies. Still, you don't understand this whole science perfectly. So don't go for any specific kind of remedies like gems and all these things. Okay, gems is very harmful if we don't recommend it correctly. Okay. If you know the whole science of gems and everything, then only you just recommend gemstone. Otherwise, go with donation and this mantra-based remedies. Okay, so all these things I will cover in the next session. Any other question, Alina?
No, for now it's okay. Thank you.
So let's talk about nakshatra. Okay. So in nakshatra, we have one condition here. We know this person born on the nakshatra of Mercury, the Revati nakshatra, and this assignment of this planet for the Revati, it is based on the Vimshotri scheme. So obviously, we have to use Vimshotri Dasha with nakshatra. Okay. for the timing and all, we should use the Vimshatri Dasha only if you are using nakshatra with this planetary lordship. So now we know Revati nakshatra is ruled by Mercury, so there are properties of Revati and all that you have to learn. Maybe in advanced section, advanced classes, we are learning this nakshatra part in detail. But we know, yes, nakshatra Revati is ruled by Mercury. So now what is Mercury? Mercury, how this Mercury is placed in the chart. At least we can check that thing as a beginner. Okay. And if Mercury is rightly placed in the chart without any affliction and all, so we can say this native will enjoy his life. Enjoyment in terms of experiences, because nakshatra gives us experience. Correct? That's why in every auspicious work, we choose the auspicious nakshatra, because that nakshatra actually gives us the good experience from that particular activity. Correct? So how this native will lead his life, okay, and how whether this native will enjoy life or not, every other things we can deal with this nakshatra. And here nakshatra is ruled by Mercury. So now just take 1 minute and tell me how this nakshatra, Lord Mercury, is placed in this chart.
So Mercury is placed with the enemy sign.
Enemy sign or
Enemy planet.
Sorry, with the enemy planet. I'm sorry. And
Yes.
so Mercury is also with
Sign.
the planet with the nakshatra of Mars. So it's gonna be bad results.
But it's
See,
placed
also
in
it
its
is
own house.
Mercury placed in its own sign.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But
Okay.
with the
Own
enemy
sign
planet.
with enemy planet. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it means still as compared to Venus, Mercury is still better. Correct. Mercury is having association with Mars. Other than that, there is no any influence on the Mercury. Am I correct?
But
No
sir,
other
Mercury,
planetary.
sorry, sir. So Mercury has a 3 degree, Mars has a 8 degree.
Hmm.
So according to this, Mars gonna be more powerful than the Mercury
How?
because
I mean,
Mars
now
has
what?
Mars has Digbala, right?
Mars have Digbal, yes, that is understood, but Mercury is having less degree and Mars is having more degrees, so Mars
with the
is
so because
more
Mercury also under the Mars nakshatra.
But it's
Hmm.
sitting in its own house with the own lord, so it won't have that much of impact.
See, both statements are correct, Pallavi. Okay, so you are saying Mercury is in nakshatra of Mars, okay, but Mars is in nakshatra of Ardhara, that is ruled by Rahu.
Rahu.
Okay, both are in different nakshatra. Okay, so degree wise, we can't decide whether planet is powerful or not.
Okay.
The first thing. Okay. Second, yes, Mars is having Digbal in the 10th house. That is correct. Okay. Mercury is also have strength. Why? Because of its own sign.
Sign.
Okay. Now both planets have equal strength here. Now how to judge it? This is the question. Okay. So for that, we have a tool that we have not covered. Okay. But at least you can just use it properly. Okay. That we call Shadbal. Can you see this chart?
Yeah.
So this thing is
Yes.
with the percentage. Okay, Mars percentage is 119, Mercury is 122. So which is greater in the strength?
Mercury.
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 Okay, so Mercury is powerful as compared to Mars. And remember, all this Digbal, okay, placed in enemy nakshatra, all these things is included in this Shadbal. That I think I have shown maybe in some other session. No, not only in this session. I shown the partial light screen, na, in which I shown you the each and every parameters of Shadbal.
So
that
yes,
is
sir.
showing everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So by this you can see in between Mars and Mercury, Mercury is powerful, but if you see the difference, there is only much difference, no much difference. Okay. 119 and 122 is not having big difference in that. Okay, so Mercury is powerful, but not that much powerful. Okay, so it means in terms of happiness, okay, this native can lead life peacefully. Okay, but happiness, in terms of happiness, that is not a very great happiness kind of thing. Okay, and you can see both will correlate. Okay, Karna is the achievement of goal, and this nakshatra gives you final experience with that achievement. Correct? If that native is not having that achievement of goal, how can that native will have good experience with that event? I don't understand what I'm trying to say. Both have to correlate with each other.
Yes.
Okay, so it means as compared to Karna and Nakshatra is still better. The element of Nakshatra in terms of Panchang, the element of Nakshatra is still better than the Karna. Okay, and Mercury being a Lagna Lord also, Mercury is also Lagna Lord. Remember this part, okay? So it means in terms of remedies and all, still you need to do Karna based remedies. Okay, Nakshatra remedy you can still ignore. Okay, Karna is very important for now. And if you want to do remedies for Mercury and Mars, what we can do? Okay, Mercury is already good in this strength. You don't need to worry about Mercury. But yes, for Mars, you can do Shanti. Okay, Shanti means to pacify that Mars. We can do some remedies. Okay, so in remedy session, I will give you an idea what remedies we can do. Okay, see, I am putting all these remedies thing in one class. Why? Because there are some do and don'ts with the remedies. Okay, that also we need to cover. Okay, I don't want to confuse you with each remedy with these planets. Okay, I will give you one complete blueprint which you can apply with all planets. Correct? Okay, let's talk with some other Panchanga elements. About Tithi. This Krishna Dashmi, that is ruled by moon. What Tithi gives us? What is the role of Tithi?
Sustenance,
Sustenance and prosperity. Correct.
prosper.
Again, achievement of goal, experiences, and prosperity. All three things are important for us. Okay, so this Panchang is actually giving you the overall blueprint of your life. Okay, how you are going to face your life in future. And if any dosh is there, it means some black spot is there. Until and unless if you don't remove that black spot, there is no use of seeing the rest of other things in the chart. And remember, there's one more secret. There may be a lot of yogas in this chart. And let's say if that yoga is happening due to Venus, okay, that yoga will not happen. That yoga will not materialize. Why? Because the planet who participate in that yoga, that also becomes the Karna Lord, okay, fulfillment of desire. And that Karna Lord is afflicted. Okay, so that yoga in this chart will not going to materialize. Same thing you can apply to every Panchanga. The Panchanga element, Panchanga lords are also the lord of your yoga in your chart. And if they are afflicted, then there is no point of discussing yoga in the chart. Correct? So just see the moon, position of moon in this chart and tell me, afflicted or not afflicted in this chart?
Sir, looks good.
Looks good. Okay. So what rest of other people say?
Sir, aspect of retro Saturn is there.
And sir, it's also placed in 12th, I mean, sign, no? So it will have an impact of this thing. Pisces, it's placed in Pisces.
Mars is also aspecting, sir.
Oh.
No, Mars, no,
How-
not Mars is not aspecting. Only
Mars not-
Saturn.
Only aspected
that
by
Saturn
direct
is-
seventh aspect Venus, which is the Lagna Lord. And Lagna Lord is, I mean, Venus is placed in 8th house, which is afflicted. It might have impact on moon also. That may
How?
be. Sir, because Virgo ka wo, Lord is Venus, na, right, sir?
That's Mercury.
Oh, sorry, Mercury.
Mercury.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. But
Okay, let's
Mercury is
say-
in a good position. Mercury is in good position, yeah.
But sir, moon is a lord of 11th house, wish fulfillment, like
Huh.
the house of the income.
Yes. See, simple. Moon is Lord of 11th house that is placed in the 7th house in Pisces sign. Okay, Moon in Pisces sign. Is there a relationship between Moon and Pisces sign? Exaltation, debilitation, anything? No.
No,
Okay, Pisces sign is ruled by what? Jupiter.
Jupiter.
The dispositor of this moon is Jupiter that is placed in the
5th house.
5th house. Okay, although that Jupiter is in debilitation sign, correct? Losing the strength, but still, with respect to moon, moon is still in the good position.
Yes.
Because it means there is no any harm in the tithi. There is no any tithi dosha present in this chart. This is how we do, simple. Okay, so till we have seen the 3 angas. So out of these 3, we need to worry about Karna. Correct?
So here, do we not take the aspect of Saturn, retro Saturn?
Retro Saturn aspect, how you are taking? Like Saturn retrogradation means you are considering Saturn is in Lagna.
Yeah.
And from Lagna you are taking aspect.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in Vedic we are not doing it. Okay, in Bhrigunandi Nadi that is followed. Okay.
Okay.
So if any kind of yoga is happening due to moon, okay, so that moon yoga can be fulfilled. Can you see these yogas? See this Sunafa yoga in D1. Yoga giver is what? Venus. Intelligent, wealthy, and famous. Okay. If Venus is placed in second from moon, that becomes this yoga. This is it. Just a general definition. From moon, Venus is placed here. Although this yoga is getting cancelled, there is no point of discussing this yoga. But let's say if this yoga is present in this chart, still due to that Panchanga dosha, this yoga is not going to manifest. Simple. Like this, we have to see this chart.
Sir, even if Venus is like combust or retrograde, then also the same thing will happen. For example, if
Venus
it's
is combust, yes, same thing.
retrograde, the same result will happen.
Yeah. Not from the retrogression, but yes, from the combustion
Mhm.
is not considered good for the Venus. Okay, for combustion. Combustion, debilitation, Papa Kartaliyo, aspected by Papa Graha, malefic planets, all these things we can consider. Yes, Alina.
Sir, do we also take into consideration the tattva and the element? For example, we know Titi is Jala tattva. So if in this chart, like if moon was in Sagittarius, let's say, and no other aspects, would we say this is a Titi dosha because moon is in fire element then?
No. Okay, but the concept which you are saying that many people are using it. Okay.
I have heard Sanjay Rath, I think, talking about Titi, and he was considering Titi very bad if it was in fire sign for relationship, especially, I think.
Okay, accepted. See, Sandhya is considered one of the greatest teachers, especially in the Jyotish. And we talk about Panchanga. So I'm nothing in front of Sanjay Rath. Okay, but still, I will give you one simple logic for this. Okay, let me share you that table one more time, and think what I'm saying. Okay, before we go to any conclusion. Okay, let's see. Let's start. Yeah, see. Okay. So 5 angas, 5 elements. So let's say if I'm talking about Vara, or that is a fire element, okay. And the lord of that Vara is sitting in any Jal Tattva Rashi. Correct, Alina? You are saying
Yes.
this. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Which means that particular planet which denotes which is our Vara planet, weekday planet sitting in the watery element, that is the anti element. Okay, watery
Yes.
side
And
element.
it
Like
weak.
yeah, let's say if a person is born on Tuesday or not Tuesday. Okay, that is ruled by Mars, the fire element. And Mars is present in Scorpio sign.
Yes.
Okay, and the Scorpio sign is a water element. Okay, then that becomes trouble because the both are anti-elements. Correct, accepted. Okay, now tell me what about Jupiter? Okay, like Thursday. Okay, that is Vara. The weekday is Thursday. Okay, Thursday, as per Panchanga element, Jupiter is what? Akash Tattva. Okay. Now tell me, is there any Rashi which holds the Akash Tattva?
No, I don't think.
Why? Because Rashi is made up of only 4 elements, not 5.
Yes.
Correct. It means what we are doing, we are trying to fit all that 5 element thing in the body, which is made up of only 4 elements. That is Rashi. Okay, nakshatra have 5 elements. All other things have 5 elements. Okay, Panchanga have 5 elements. Everything, but Rashi is the only entity in Jyotish which is having only 4 elements. Then how can we fit all these both things? That doesn't make any sense at all. Yes, you can do one thing. You can just use that Vara element. Okay, maybe we can say not Vara, all these 4 elements. Okay, Vara, Tithi, Karna, Nakshatra, and we can apply that thing in the Rashi. That we can do. Okay, but we can't do that thing with yoga. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes. Correct.
Okay, so it means 4 things we can implement it. Okay, but also that doesn't make any sense because 4 things we are implementing because we have logic for that, and 5th element we are ignoring. That is not true. Okay, but I will tell you what maybe Sanjay Rath is trying to say is that we can apply especially with the Vara, weekday, but not with the other elements. Okay, because weekday is a element of Panchang which deals with the vitality. Okay, health part. Okay, and in our health, 2 elements become very important, not 2 elements, fire and water. Okay, and out of the fire, fire is very much important for us. The fire element is very important for us, Agni Tattva. So at least this Vara, weekday thing, we can apply that rule which you are talking about, like Vara planet placed in some sign. So we can check the anti thing. That we can do. That we can do. Okay, but not with the all Panchanga elements. Okay. There are a lot of other reasons also we can talk, but let's not discuss all elements, okay? Otherwise it becomes very lengthy session. I have everybody understanding what we are discussing. Okay, so actually we are trying to correlate the elements, tattva, of opposite nature. Okay, if tattva is of opposite nature, obviously they will conflict with each other. Okay, that is a good logical thing which we can do. Okay, but that is not good to apply with the panchang of all elements. Okay, vara we can do, weekday we can apply, but rest of other elements don't do that. Yeah, Alina, anything else?
Not for now. Thank you.
So this simple application of Panchanga is understood to all. Sudarshan ji, कुछ समझ में आया? This is your first class, so I'm just asking you.
Little bit, but not. I think I need to go to that. Now I was trying to understand. See, if for example you're saying about Mercury and Mars, right? That's a 9th house from the ascendant.
Mercury and Mars is placed in 10th house from the ascendant. 10th house from the
Correct, correct. So 10th house is generally it's a Satan, right?
10th house, natural zodiac sign, 10th house is Capricorn sign ruled by Saturn.
Satan, right? So Satan doesn't come
Natural
into
sign.
picture here. That's what I
No.
was thinking.
No, no, no. Because here Lagna is changed, correct? So you are talking about Kala Purusha only, natural zodiac sign.
Correct, correct.
Okay. But Lagna is changing. Okay, so depending on the Lagna, 10th house sign I will also change.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like here, now Lagna is starting from Virgo.
Okay.
So now in 10th house, you have to see Gemini. Why? Because from Virgo, if you count 10, Gemini will fall.
Okay.
Okay, so it means you have some confusion in Lagna and all these things. Okay, what I understood.
Correct.
So you should watch at least first 2 lectures. So in these first 2 lectures, we have talked only about this.
Okay.
Because as a beginner, in the beginning, we find difficulty in seeing the Lagna and 10th from Lagna, 2nd from Lagna and all these things. Okay,
Correct.
so watch those recordings and practice it. Okay, because this is very base.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever we say Virgo Lagna, so automatically 10th house Rashi should come in your mind. Okay, without any calculation. Okay, that should be natural within you. Okay, so it will take time. So don't worry. Devote some time for the study. Okay, watch recordings, make your notes. Okay, you can do it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. See, the problem I will tell you where you all will face like this, Mercury, Mars. Now these 2 planets are placed. Okay, now how to decide which planet is powerful and weak? Okay, for this we have different conditions. So all these things we have already covered in our sessions. So slowly you watch all recordings. We'll get it.
Okay. Suppose if there are 4 planets in the same house, then also we'll have to check which house which is powerful, is it?
Yeah, definitely. 4 planets placed in one house. Okay. So that can give you a lot of different hints. Okay. Maybe all those 4 planets placed in single degree, same degrees, or within 1 degree. Okay, then they will create yuddha or war. Correct, war for that land where they are placed. Okay, this we call planetary war.
Okay.
Okay, now how to resolve that planetary war? Who will win? So we have some specific rules for that.
Okay. No, because in my own astrology, in the 3rd house, I've got 4 planets.
Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily like always all 4 planets placed in single sign. Okay, single degrees.
Okay.
In one sign, they may be placed in different degrees. Okay, so they will give different results.
Okay.
Okay, so study what these recordings, you will get an idea.
Okay.
And remember, you are trying to decode the toughest part of Jyotish. That is the 4 planets placement in one sign, and you are trying to see the result. So it will take time.
Mhm.
Okay.
All those like Guru, Shukra, Surya, Chandra.
Okay. Surya Chandra. So it means some planets must be in combustion.
Mm.
Okay. So planet who get combust, it automatically become weak.
Mm.
Now it's easy for you to judge the rest of other planets.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, like this. So now, so for Panchanga, the list of the planets associated with these Panchanga elements and all, I will upload that thing in GIFIC. Okay, see those things and don't go for much detailed things for the Panchanga at now. Okay, use these things first. Simple things. Okay, in the chart. Okay, practice these things first. Okay, and then go for more detailed study of Panchanga. Okay, because you need to cover a lot of information, not only Sudarshan, but rest of all students in the class. You need to understand from the first session till now, we have covered a lot of topics. Okay. So practice on those topics first. Okay. Use this Panchanga thing at every beginning only. Okay. Whenever you see the chart, just see the Panchanga elements, see how they are placed in the chart. At least you will get a rough idea about that person. Okay, and then go for the rest of other analysis, like see the Lagna, other planets, marriage, life, 7th house, 2nd house, and all these things. You can check later on. Correct?
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sir, yoga में Venus, no, sorry, over here, yoga. So भाग्य Venus, all right, sir. Karna में let's say यहाँ पे Jupiter आ गया, and Jupiter is retrograding in 5th house. Then we'll go and see the Jupiter for Karna, right, sir?
Yes.
Right. So that in that way, जो भी योग यहाँ Venus and Rahu का बन रहा है, that won't have impact, right? Then the things will change.
Yes. Then the things will change.
Okay, sir.
Obviously, you change the both, yoga and Karna. Then it will become. So now here yoga is also
Even
Venus.
if Venus is afflicted by Rahu. Yes, sir.
Now here in this chart, Venus is also the lord of yoga. Okay, yoga is what?
Right, sir.
Okay, yoga, what is the literal meaning of yoga? Yoga means union, okay, binding force. That what I wrote in that slide. Yoga is binding forces. It means it gives you the relationship status also. Okay, the relationship thing with this native, relationship not only with the person, like maybe any other area. So here Venus becomes the yoga lord. Venus is what? Venus is your wife, your partner. Correct?
Right, sir. Right.
So here it clear-cut indicate. Okay. Clear-cut indicate that something related to Venus Karak Tattva relationship matter that native have to face difficulty.
Right, sir. So no, sir, what I meant to say was like Venus is abhi malefic because it is in combination with Rahu. And
Rahu
it's impacting the 10th house also. Yes, sir. But it's impacting the happiness house of ye bhi 10th house also. So everything in that scenario will change, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Satisfaction level of will change. Everything will go up because of the Karna being changed to Jupiter.
See, I will clear this point. You are saying yoga is Venus, correct? But Karna is Jupiter now.
Right,
Okay.
sir. Right.
So if Karna is Jupiter, so if you talk only this chart, remember Jupiter is debilitation.
Right, sir.
Okay, Jupiter is in debilitation. Okay. But still, being in debilitation also, Jupiter is a lord of Kendra and placed in Trikona. Okay, it also creates some kind of Rajyog. Okay, but due to its debilitation, that Rajyog is not going to materialize.
Right, sir.
Okay, but still, Jupiter can give good result.
Okay, sir.
Still, Jupiter can give result. But now, if you compare with Karna Venus, now Karna Jupiter is still better.
Right.
Okay.
Sir, Jupiter
Yes.
is also retrograde. So it's going to give a
Yes.
good result,
No.
even though it's a lot of two kendras and it's in a trine, but it's a retrograde. So it's not going to give a good result, no?
No, I'm not saying this Jupiter is completely malefic or whatnot. No, I'm still saying it will give you the results of kind of Rajyog, but not Rajyog.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Because generally, what is the definition of Rajyog? If Kendra and Trikona combined, okay, with any other planet, like in this case, Kendra Lord is sitting in Trikona, so it's a Rajyog, correct? Okay, but here now that same Lord Jupiter is the retrograde as well as placed in debilitation sign. Okay, now you will see some reduction in that yoga. Na?
Yes.
So
Sir.
if there is a reduction, it means now no Rajyog is there, but still it will show good results. So
Done, sir.
we can't say Jupiter is malefic. No, Jupiter still can give good result, but with lot of efforts. Okay, so it means now imagine if this Jupiter becomes Karna Lord. Karna Lord is a final fulfillment achievement. Okay, now this native, in order to achieve the final goal, he need to do lot of hard work. Okay, but after hard work, he will achieve.
Okay.
Okay, now here with Venus Karna, Venus is with Rahu. Okay, and placed in Ketu's nakshatra. A lot of illusion, delusion, lot of people misguide this native. Correct. Like whenever we set any big achievement goal, okay, so we generally ask people or we take mentorship. We ask our mentor, guru. So there may be a chances this native will meet with wrong people. Okay. Why? Because Rahu is conjunct with Venus and Venus placed in the
8th house.
nakshatra of Ketu. That is also in
Oh,
the
yeah.
8th house. Aspected by Saturn.
Okay.
The second house exalted Saturn with Ketu aspecting Venus. So this make natives to speak lie. तो झूठ बोलेगा बहुत. So whenever he speak ना, see he always speak in double meaning. है ना, ये लोग ऐसे होते हैं ना कि आपसे बात करेंगे तो आप इनको ब्लेम नहीं कर सकते कि आपने गलत बोला है, क्योंकि बात ही आपसे ऐसे करेंगे ना कि आप इनसे फाइट नहीं कर पाओगे. वो एक तरीके से लगेगा ही सेइंग ट्रूथ, बट आपको समझ में आ जाएगा झूठ बोल रहा है. ये सैटर्न केतु एस्पेक्ट वाले लोग ऐसे होते हैं. अदरवाइज दिस नेटिव विल हैव सम प्रॉब्लम इन स्पीच, मे बी स्टैमरिंग. Okay, something related to speech that may be a lie or stammering both.
Because of Ketu in second house?
Ketu in second house with Saturn.
With
Second house for
retrograde
speech.
Saturn.
Retrograde Saturn. Second house is speech. Correct.
Yes, sir.
If only Saturn, exalted Saturn, no issue. This gives truthfulness.
Okay.
Okay. But with Ketu,
There's going to be a break in marriage.
the break in Maya, that can also possible. For that, you need to see the seventh house Lord, and the what is Karak Tattva of seventh house. But yes, roughly we can see the yoga that denotes the relationship matters. Okay, binding forces, that is again Venus.
Again, Venus, yes, sir.
There will be a problem. And see where this thing is happening in eighth house is what? In-laws. Correct. Marriage is seventh house. Second house is the family of spouse. That is your in-laws. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So these relationship issues and all these things may be due to in-laws or with in-laws.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like this, you need to decode it. Okay. So there are many layers to it. Okay, I'm talking only about one application of Panchanga. So that you can easily apply as a beginner. You all can use it from day one. Because in order to apply all these things for the Panchang, what you need? You just need the understanding of Lagna, malefic, benefic planets for the Lagna, that's it. You can use. Correct. By using Karna, you can identify the profession also. There is a identification of profession technique by using Karna law. Okay. So this is the simplest thing for the Panchang. I will upload some 1 or 2 PDF files for the Panchang in Thinkific. Download that. Okay, at least by heart those things. That is important. Otherwise, all these things are already given in Jehora, so you don't need to memorize it, at least for now. But I hope this application is clear to all.
So for the Tithi, what we need to see? The moon only or the deity of the
No.
moon?
We are just playing with the Lord of Tithi. It means moon.
Moon. Okay. It is
Yes,
of the
maybe.
Krishna Paksh or Shukal Paksh or Dashmi or Ekadashi or what?
See the application of Krishna Dashmi, Shukla Dashmi, that is
Yeah.
different.
Okay.
Okay, the application of deities are different.
Yeah.
Okay, like I told you, Panchang is not only this which I am teaching you. This is just a one person.
So we only need to see the moon, placement of moon, position of moon, not the deity of the moon.
Yes. Position of moon only.
Because Nitya is the deity of.
Deity, yes. So the application is different for the Nitya.
Yeah.
So that maybe we'll cover in advanced studies of Panchang. Okay, but for now, play with only the planets of this Tithi. Okay, and see this rulership of Tithi is different in different books.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
says there is no any classical book which gives you the lordship of Tithi.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay. No, in BPHS, in Braj Jatak, in Braj Samhita, you pick any book, you will not find any Tithi lords.
Yes.
Only Tithis are given.
Yeah.
Okay, so these Tithi lords, like Sanjay Reddy says, from his parampara, he got that knowledge. Okay, that is correct. If you go to South India, so there you will see Tithi lords are different. Okay, maybe Krishna Dashmi in North India we use moon. In South India it is Venus again.
Okay.
Okay, so like this. So they are different. Tithi lordship you can find only in one book which I seen, that is a Krishniyam. Krishniyam is the oldest Prashna book, Kerala Prashna system. So in that Krishniyam book, Acharya Krishnacharya given that lordship of Tithis, and that is totally different from what we are using.
Oh. That's
It's like there are differences. Okay, but still this is the easiest system, North Indian system, which I call. I don't know whether this is purely North Indian or what, but Jehora is giving you the same thing. So that's why I'm comfortable using this.
It's only just to see the strength of the moon, whether the moon is in good position or in bad position, like that only.
Yes, simple. Yeah, don't get confused, because for this native Krishna Dashmi is ruled by moon. Okay, maybe in your chart, your Tithi is having different planet, not always moon.
No, this is what actually I mean to say. This is what I wanted to ask you, that whether we need to see only the Paksh of the moon for the strength or Lord of the moon.
See, today is June 12th. Okay, I changed it to the 20 June. Correct?
Yeah.
Now you see, no. Shukla Ditya is again moon. So there's something mistake here. Just a second. See here. Shukla Ditya Mars.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it will change depending on the Tithi.
Yeah.
So the Lord of this Tithi is Mars. So if I change it to the next day, Mercury, see, Shukla Chaturthi, Mercury. Okay, so the deity is this, Varunda deity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But the Lord is Mercury. Like this. If you change the Tithi, now Shukla Panchami becomes Jupiter.
Yeah.
like this. So now you have to check Jupiter in the chart.
So this is nakshatra lord according to nakshatra lord.
No, it's not Nakshatra. Nakshatra Lord is this, Magha, ruled by Ketu.
Jupiter आया, ये क्या है sir then?
ये Jupiter तिथि Lord है.
Okay, sir. Sir, पर तिथि तो lunar उस पे नहीं होता है.
हाँ, so every tithi is also assigned to one planet.
Oh, okay. अच्छा.
This is what I'm explaining. In books, you will not find the planets associated with tithi. Okay, you will find deities. Okay, like this Vahani Vasini is a deity of Shukla Panchami. Okay, so this lord of this tithi you will find only in the parampara knowledge. Okay, and this is what I'm saying. In South India, they use different planets for the different tithi. Like here we are seeing the Jupiter, correct? If you go in the Tamil Nadu and you ask them who is the lord of tithi Shukla Panchami, they will give you a different planet.
Okay, sir.
So here is a differences are there. Okay. But you follow this one, Jayora, simple system.
The Lord of Tithi will tell the sustenance of that native, and
Yes.
the Tithi of moon exactly will tell the position of the moon. What kind of moon is sitting in this chart? Whether
Now for this chart, you don't need to consider moon.
no, I mean like it is weak in the Krishna Paksh. The Shukla Paksh moon is stronger.
See that thing is different.
Okay.
So that thing is different. So don't mix up here with that. Okay. That is a different thing.
Okay.
So see when we calculate the Shadbal, correct? So the Shukla Panchami, Shukla and Krishna.
Yes.
Okay. And based on that, not only moon, all planet strength will change, you know.
Yes.
Generally, we say based on the Krishna Paksha moon, it becomes malefic and Shukla Paksha moon become benefic. Okay, this is a general thing. But not only moon, all other planets also become weak and strong in this sthiti changes.
Okay.
Okay, by covering all these parameters, we create Shadbal.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so we don't have to mix both these. Okay, so that's why I'm not going into much detail on the Panchang. I'm sticking to a very basic formula. That is, just pick the planet of this tithi. Okay, I'm not teaching you the Shukla Panchami. What is the meaning of Shukla Panchami? What is the property of Shukla Panchami? Deity of Shukla Panchami. Okay, if I go like this, the Panchang itself cover only 3 months. Okay, because there are 2 sets of tithi, 2 paksha. First I will teach you Krishna and Shukla. Application of everything is different now.
Yes.
So that's why I'm teaching the simplest method of predicting by using Panchang. Okay, so when you apply this thing, so don't confuse with the moon and the strength of moon. Okay, you just use your Lagna and with respect to Lagna, see how that planet is placed. Simple.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. As you are right, nowhere it's the lot of the tithis are given.
You will not find anywhere. Only Krishnam is the only book. Nobody even know in Krishnam whether it's mentioned or not. Okay. But it's there. There is another application of Tithi. Like if you see here, upper tab, there is a tab called Tithi Pravesh. Correct? Remember, here Tithi is Shukla Panchami. Correct?
Yes, sir.
9.01 is left.
Yes.
For Shukla Panchami. Remember this. Okay, so if I go on Tithi Pravesh, see the annual chart, monthly, fortnight, daily. Correct? Annual chart. Tithi Pravesh chart. You click here, find Tithi Pravesh chart.
Yes.
Okay, now this chart is your annual chart. This we call annual. This we call Vedic Varshfal, Vedic annual chart.
Yes, sir.
People get confused with the annual chart, so they use Tajik Varshfal. Tajik Varshfal is different. Vedic Varshfal is different. Okay, now this Vedic Varshfal or this Tajik chart is calculated on the base of Tithi. You see here. See, original date of birth is June 23, 1985, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I am calculating the annual chart for June 23, 2023. It means from this date, 23 June 2023, for next 1 year. It means
Yeah.
till
24.
2024.
Yes.
So you can use this chart for the prediction.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how we calculating it? This is calculated on the basis of Tithi. You see here Tithi.
Yes, sir.
Shukla Panchami, 9.01% left. Correct?
Yes.
In original birth chart also same Tithi.
Yes, sir.
Even the percentage is also very precise.
Yes, sir.
Now from this precise information of Tithi, we creating a new chart that we call annual chart.
Yes, sir.
This is another application of Tithi and Panchang. Now from this chart, now we can calculate Vimshotri Dasha also. And you see this whole Dasha is based applicable for the only 1 year. Now this is very easy to do now. You can predict very easily 1 year result.
Yes, sir.
See, this Dasha is starting from 2023 June, ending June 2024. Only for 1 year, this whole Dasha is applicable.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ketu Dasha is starting from 12th of June 2023. You click here, Ketu Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha.
Yes.
And you can see the differences. One day difference. Here 13 to 17.
Yes,
4
sir.
5 days of difference. It means you can do, if you know how to use Vimshotri Dasha and Antardasha, that I already given you hint in the previous sessions. By rotating the chart, we can see the Dasha and Antardasha result. Correct?
Yes.
If you apply that same knowledge here in annual chart, you can do prediction for 2 to 3 days. Like Ketu Mahadasha, Sun Antardasha, it is for only 1 day.
Yes, sir.
You can make predictions for daily wise. Okay,
So,
like this.
so one more thing. As or to see the birthday or to celebrate the birthday or to do the puja of the birthday, what we need to see the tithi of the latest birth or the pravishti.
Or the
Pravishti.
Pravishti means?
So like
Tithi Pravesh Day.
yeah.
So Tithi Pravesh Day will calculate, no?
Like by calendar date, it's like 20th, and Tithi is suppose Tritiya. So whenever the Tritiya falls, the birthday should be celebrated on that day, or the pujan should be done on that day only.
Yes.
So does that Tithi comes mean earlier also from that English date?
Yeah, sometime it comes earlier, sometime it comes afterwards.
Yeah, like it's on 15th, it's my birthday, and the Tritiya is falling earlier to that.
Yes, that can be possible. Like my birthday is on 19th of December. Okay. Sometime I celebrated on 31st also.
Okay.
That is the happiest day, 31st December. Okay, sometime it falls on 12th of December.
Someone said that Tithi always go ahead from this English calendar date, never falls behind. So I saw that it is falling before this 15th Tritiya.
That is in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So it can fall, not an issue.
That's right.
Okay. So this is the thing. We'll wind up this session now, small session, and in next session we deal with the remedies, basic principles for the remedies, which you need as a beginner. I'm not talking about advanced things, advanced students. For a beginner, what you can do with remedies? Okay, how to suggest it? That we will discuss in the next session. And for
Sir,
next session,
sorry, I had a question.
yes.
Did the Jyotish Multipragya already start?
No. Yes, I forgot to announce that thing. So we are going to start the Jyotish Multipragya meditation from coming Tuesday. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe by Monday you all will receive email. Okay, with that personal mantra. Okay, only one word mantra. Don't worry about the application. I will teach you in the live session. Okay, so yeah, so I would request one more time. This some of you have emailed in the office. Okay, just mail once again because they have lost some databases. So you can just mail your date of birth, place, time. That's it. Your name, complete name, date of birth, place, time. Okay. Then I will mail you personally. Okay, individually, you all will receive one small mantra for the meditation purpose, and how to use it, that I will teach you on Tuesday, coming Tuesday only.
So we should send a mail again to the
Yes,
same
yes,
email, right? To admin around Saptarishi, the same.
Yeah, admin@saptarishiastrology.com. You all can send.
Okay.
So name, date, and time also.
Yeah, time 8:30, same time.
No, sir. Email, on the email I'm saying name, date, and
Name, date of birth, place, time. Your birth chart, I mean.
okay.
Okay, so if you don't want to share date of place, time, you can just share me Lagna and Nakshatra. That's also enough for me. Okay, or else if you want to share complete bills, you can share it. Both will work.
It's
To teach Kalsar Piyog.
Not Kalsar.
Sir.
No, I will cover that with remedy. Okay, because after Kalsar Yog, you will ask what is the remedy for it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I will cover both
So
things.
one
in
more
that.
question.
Yeah.
So one more question I have from Nish here, sir. Sir, are we going to cover this one more topic, basically Neech Bhang of debilitated planets?
Neech Bhanga.
For example,
Neech Bhang, I think we have not covered Neech Bhang yet, no?
No,
We
sir.
we can talk on Neech Bhang.
are we going to cover that, sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir,
See-
एक और request है, sir. आपने बोला था you will give us that slide of 30 predictive rules.
अरे क्लास तो बढ़ता जा रहा है, ठीक है.
Sir, slide हम लिख
sir,
लेंगे.
one
We'll
देखिए
ask.
स्लाइड वो स्लाइड देने का ना, मैं स्लाइड चलो ठीक है, I will upload that slide.
Yes, sir.
Not an issue. I can do one thing. See, I will. There are 2 more
Yes,
classes
sir.
are left for this ultra beginner. Okay.
Okay.
In next session, we'll talk on remedies and some topics which we have not covered yet, like Rashi aspect
Yes, sir.
and this Nijbang, Rajo, and all, and some other topics. Okay. And after that, I will take one more session in which we'll cover some more content. Okay, after 2 classes, this whole course will be finished. Okay, but before that, we need to complete Jyotishmati Pragya meditation program. And this meditation program is on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Thursday, we don't have class. Then on Friday, we meet for the meditation program. Okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay,
Okay,
these
sir.
3 days are important for the meditation. Okay. And after that, in next session, Saturday, we meet for our class, regular classes. So this class will continue for 2 weeks. And those 30 predictive rules. Okay, for that, what I can do is I will do one webinar.
Okay, sir.
Okay, webinar on Sunday, because that will require time. Okay.
Sir, not in morning, please. Sir, सुबह मत
Not
करना,
morning.
please.
Morning,
Ah.
not morning, in evening only. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not evening only. That will be open for all.
Okay, sir.
Because those are the important predictive rules. Maybe the rest of others can also gain some information and knowledge from that. So we'll do it open session for all. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you can also join it and join it. So
Right.
for you, those are mandatory.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
one
from
more
tomorrow
question I
onward,
have.
there will be BNN classes also.
Monday.
BNN classes for the
On
paid
Sunday.
classes. You're talking paid classes or free classes? Free classes, I'm not sure.
So
Whether they will continue or not. But for that paid classes,
Yes, sir.
ultra big.
yes, sir.
See, BNN, there are 2 levels. Okay, one is the foundation course, one is the advanced course. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That foundation course is starting from Monday. Okay, Monday and Thursday. There are 2 classes in a week.
So it was given 12th on 12th, sir.
That is Monday, no?
Yes, sir. No,
Monday.
sir. Today is 11th, no? So sorry. It's 10th. Yeah. Okay. Sir.
10. So Monday and Thursday is the class. Okay, but this coming Monday and Thursday, there will be some introduction session only. Okay, actual classes will start from next to next week.
Next to next week.
Yeah. Okay, so
I
there
think
will be 10
exactly-
classes. There will be 10 classes, weekly 2 sessions. Okay,
Okay.
After completion of those 10 classes, we start with the advanced beginner.
Okay.
Okay, this will be the whole schedule.
And are you continuing, sir, that Nakshatra series which you have done one session?
That Rishi,
Yes, sir.
yeah, that still pending. So I'm talking with Vinodji. So
Yes.
maybe in next 2-3 days we'll shoot it.
Very informative, so that's very good. Very good. Yes.
What
But-
is the way forward
but,
once this program is over?
But how will you utilize it?
Sir, with this nakshatra, sir, like my nakshatra is Revati nakshatra, and so I will chant the mantra of Revati nakshatra Rishi.
So like this, there are rishis for Lagna also. The
Yes.
rishis for planets also.
Right, it's more confusing. Like my nakshatra is Lord is not placed in a good position, so I might chant
Yeah,
the
you
mantra.
can chant the mantra of Rishi. Okay. You
Yes,
can chant the mantra of deity. You can chant the mantra of Lord,
yes,
Nakshatra and all. We have a lot of options. Okay.
yes.
But now this Rishi is something new. So everybody is running behind the Rishi, the knowledge of Rishi and Nakshatras.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
but you have remedies for you have a lot of remedies for Nakshatras. Okay. So बाकी से पुराना हो गया ना, ये कुछ नया सा है, इसलिए लोगों को
Yes,
अच्छा
sir. Yes, sir. But
लगा।
next
We'll
in
do.
session we will ask for the remedies also.
Sure. Yes, Manish, you are asking something.
Sir, I wanted to know what is the way forward once this program is over. So after 2 classes, this was a beginner session for astrology.
Huh.
Do we have another session which is a slightly detailed one going forward?
Okay, so you are asking what after this.
Absolutely, sir. Yes.
So what after this? So you have two options. Okay, so let's say maybe many of you are intelligent or you can study self-study and all. Okay, so at least you have these basic studies, basic knowledge. So you can do it yourself first. Okay, so I can recommend you what you all can do. Or else now you have two options. First, you can go with the Bhrigunandi Nadi. That is a whole complete different branch, Nadi astrology branch. Okay. And that is far easier than the Vedic astrology. I'm not dividing the Nadi and Vedic. Okay, so ultimately they both are same. But in terms of this understanding, this whole Bhrigunandi thing is easiest method in the whole Jyotish. Okay. But if you're studying, if you're interested more in the Vedic Jyotish, so you can go ahead for the study of Dasha, for the timing. See, now in beginners, now you have knowledge of everything, small knowledge. Now after this, what you need? Maybe some of you can go and read about the Rashi and Nakshatras and all. Okay, but this is my suggestion. It's better to go with either Nadi astrology in Bhrigunandi Nadi at this stage, or else go for study of some tools for the timing of event. Okay.
Basically, transit in Dasha.
Transit, yeah, dashas and all. Okay. Parallelly, what you just study the different books for the Rashi and all. Okay, because I don't want to recommend you for the courses based on the Rashi and Nakshatra, because that will divert you from your journey.
Right.
Okay, otherwise I don't mind to invite you to all courses of Saptarishi. So you all can join it. It's available there. But genuinely speaking, read books, more and more books. That is the only source. Okay. And then select one path. Okay, if you are comfortable, if you are feeling Nadi astrology is easier and you are understanding it in better way, go with the Nadi path. Okay, Bhrigunandi Nadi, start your journey from the Nadi astrology. And maybe next session, after this week, I will provide you the whole course of easy predictive astrology free of cost. Okay, because I was planning to start the easy predictive course, but somehow due to some time issues, I can't do that course right now. So for that, I can give you the whole recordings of easy predictive astrology batch 1 free of cost for this whole batch.
Oh, thank you. So nice.
After completion of 2 classes, okay, watch easy predictive astrology course recordings. Okay, patiently watch the recordings, make your notes. Okay, and believe me, you can easily time the event.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay,
Which is
after
great.
that,
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, sir.
after that, if maybe after some month, if time permits, I can do the not the same course, maybe with some added information. You can all join that.
Which is
Okay.
great, sir. I was slightly getting confused that after taking this Vedic astrology classes, was it advisable to go and study Bhrigu Nandi Nadi or continue to study the same thing?
See, Bhrigu Nandi Nadi is not different from the Vedic. Okay, so now it's very difficult to explain. So understand it, both are same. Okay, only difference is Bhrigu Nandi Nadi is using some principles of Vedic in very detailed manner. Okay, Nadi astrology is using the whole system in detailed manner. Okay, like in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, as you know, Lagna is not, we are not using Lagna. Correct?
Right.
But in Vedic astrology, everything starts with the Lagna. Correct?
Right.
If in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, if there is no Lagna, so obviously there is no divisional charts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what is left? You have only
Planet.
Rashi, planets to study. Rashi, planets, house only, these things. By using only these things, you can make prediction. This is also the timing of event is also covered there. Progression system is there. So you can go with Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, not an issue. Okay. After mastering the Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, you can slowly study your divisional charts and all, everything. Okay. So anybody in the class who interested in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, they can join it. Foundation course is there, advanced course is there. If you join advanced courses, foundation course is automatically included in that course. Okay, foundation is covering both beginners foundation. No, sorry, this advanced course is covering foundation also.
So कब से start हो रहा है? When is it starting?
It is starting from Monday, but Monday and Thursday we have introduction session. The actual classes will start from the next week. Okay. So that will be again 6-7 months course. That is a use course and very detailed one. And there we deal with only Rashi, planets and houses. Yes.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sir, we have studied about the relationships, marriage and all that for what houses to see, right, sir? About the late marriage, do we still consider second house, fourth house, seventh house and eighth house? Or any
Yes.
other house also has to be seen?
No. See, for marriage, 7th house, correct?
Sir.
Fulfillment of marriage is 11th house.
Yes, sir.
Okay, second house is family. Okay, let's talk about these 3 houses only. Okay, so if late marriage is there, okay, so obviously 8th house or 12th house should be connected with that.
8th and 11th house.
8th and 12th.
8th and 12th. Okay.
Okay, Saturn should be there. Okay, now there is a slightly difference in the late marriage and break marriage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because both combination look same. It depends upon the strength of maleficness only. Okay, if more malefic, more thing, it means break is there. Even denial of marriage. Okay, but delay can be possible only with some specific combination and slightly little malefics on that.
Sir,
So
let's say if Saturn and Jupiter. Sorry, sir. Sir, if Saturn is, yes, Saturn, Jupiter is placed in 12th house. So now Jupiter is Karka for, it is a Karka for female, right, sir? So does that shows that it's a delay in marriage because Saturn is also sitting there?
Yes, that can be delayed.
But it is not a no to a marriage. The marriage will happen, but late in life because it's
Yes.
sitting in 12th house.
See, in 12th house, yes, there is a possibility of late marriage. Okay. But let's
Yes.
say if 7th house and 7th house is also badly afflicted.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And Karakatva is already with the Saturn in the 12th.
Right,
Okay.
sir.
It can also break the marriage or deny the marriage.
Acha, sir.
Are you understanding? See the affliction level. If affliction is
Hmm.
only with the Karak, okay, denied or sorry, delayed. If affliction is Karak as well as the 7th house Lord, it means it becomes more severe. So these things actually comes with the experience. Okay, so there is no any fixed rule. Like if I teach you now, like okay, Karak Tattva is malefic, then predict the denial or delay marriage. So sometime you will see marriage is not happening at all.
Yeah.
That is also possible. So
Yes, sir.
it will come with the experience. Okay, but the rules are same. You have three things: Karak Tattva, house lord, and the house. You have to
Right.
judge only with these three.
Right, sir. That is Sunil sir was saying we need to look for 2nd house, 4th house, 7th house, 8th and 11th house for marriage. These houses
Yes.
he said. So,
Yeah, so
but
the second, 8, 11, second and 8, these are the supporting houses.
7th house is relationship house, marriage house, 8th is in-laws, and 11th house. And now in this case, we have to see the 12th house as well.
Yeah, because 12th house is the end, break,
Right,
correct?
Right.
And this pattern is Karak Tattva, break.
right.
Okay. See, 7th house is long-term relationship and all. Okay.
Okay, okay.
If that relationship convert into some ritual,
Hmm.
marriage ritual,
Right, sir.
that is denoted by 9th house.
Okay, sir.
Correct. After marriage, how will be life and all these things that you can see again from the 7th house only.
Right.
It means for predicting marriage event, that ritualistic event, 9th house should be there. 9th house should be involved on that day. Correct. But once marriage done, after that, how will be married life throughout the year and throughout life, that all things you have to see from 7th house only. Correct. Like this. Now, second house is important. Why? Second house is a family, no? Addition of new family member.
Yes, sir.
8th house is your in-laws, your Mangalya. That's why 8th house is important. 12th house is also important for the marriage because the 12th house is showing the bad pleasure.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
5th house is important. Why 5th house is love? Okay, so like this, if you see the almost all the houses are connecting.
Right.
Okay. So now it becomes tough for you to judge. Okay. In order to make it simple, because you all are on the beginner level. Okay. So that's why just stick with 7th house, Karak Tattva. That's it. Okay, pay attention to these details. Once you go further, study in your jyotish, become advanced and advanced, then slowly include rest of other houses also.
Sir, and if malefic is sitting in 4th house, then also it will give a delayed marriage if any malefic is sitting in 4th house.
No. Why?
सर अगर राहु केतु बैठे हैं वहां पे तो
नहीं उससे 7th house से क्या मतलब?
It's a 4th house का family house because the person native is unmarried, so definitely the 4th house will come into a picture.
Why? No,
sir.
No, see, 4th house is not family. 4th house is happiness. 4th house is mother.
Right.
4th house is your overall happiness in your life.
Happiness of marriage is seen from the 10th house.
Marriage is seen from the
10th house, sir. Happiness of marriage, sir. 4th from the 7th.
Yes. Happiness of marriage. Yeah, 10th house. So marriage can be happen, okay, but after marriage there is happiness or not, that gives you 10th house. Okay, 4th house from the lagna is your happiness. Okay, like this. See, there are a lot of things which may create confusion in you all. Okay, a lot of parameters and all. If you read books, you will see a lot of people using different things. Okay, but ultimately you need to decide yourself what you need to use. Like if you read some books, na, so they're like in this chart, Saturn is retrograde. Okay, so Saturn is going to previous house. It means Saturn is creating aspect 3, 7, 10 aspect from Lagna as well as from the 12th house.
Right.
It almost cover maximum houses in the chart.
Yes.
Correct. What is left? Dispositor of Saturn. First dispositor of Saturn is Venus. Second dispositor of Saturn is Mercury. So like this, you will see like almost all houses are connected. It becomes confusing thing. Correct. In order to reduce all these things, we have divisional charts. This is the thing. But the problem with divisional charts is once you read the divisional chart, it becomes more complicated. Because people are considering they are giving individual identity to that divisional chart itself. It means now you have two different charts to study. It becomes complicated. So there is only one way to study further in Vedic Jyotish, that is clear your basics, make your basics strong, then go ahead in the journey of Jyotish. Otherwise, there are a lot of misinformation in the market through which you can misguide yourself. And there is no any cross-check for it. You can't cross-check any knowledge.
For that, practice is must, sir.
Yeah, practice is must.
Yes, sir.
Everybody is running behind nakshatra and all techniques, snapshot, okay, that looks fascinating, okay, but you see the real Jyotish.
Yes.
Okay, now in real Jyotish, because the spiritual Jyotish and all. Do you really think as a beginner you need spiritual Jyotish right now?
No, sir.
At least try to predict some 10-20 events from the chart. Okay. Satisfy yourself with this knowledge. Okay. Have some fulfillment. Then after that, think about the spirituality from the Jyotish. Okay. Don't escape from the real challenges in Jyotish. Until and unless if you can't predict at least 10 events from your D9 chart, I'm talking about real events. Okay, don't accept that chart. Okay, so at least from Bhrigunandi, see, Bhrigunandi Nadi is a kind of a system. It's very easy to use and results you can verify. There is no any complications, no lagna, no divisional chart, nothing. At least that knowledge is at least you have pure knowledge without any adulteration. I'm not saying we have complete knowledge of Bhrigunandi Nadi. We have only that much of knowledge which is taught to us, which is available. Okay, but that much of knowledge is also enough for you to predict anything. Okay, you can start your journey with Bhrigunandi Nadi for now. And don't worry about the Dasha and all. I'm going to provide you the whole lectures for free. And we can do small webinars whenever we need. Okay, so there you can ask your queries and everything. But
एक last question है.
Yeah, but before you ask your queries, first prepare yourself for those queries. Okay, then it will be useful. Yes, Preeti ji, go ahead.
The stomach is indicated by 6th house, from 6th house. Sir, back के लिए कौन सा house देखते हैं? Back aches होते हैं या back problems होते हैं, उसके लिए which house do we see?
10th and 10th and 11th? Sorry, 10th and 9th. Thank you.
10th and 9th.
9.
So back
Am I-
at 8th, eighth also.
I am confused. 9th या 10th में से एक है शायद. First check it. Okay.
सर
First
कहीं
check it.
मिला नहीं बुक में. स्टमक तो मिल गया था, बैक नहीं मिल रहा था.
नहीं, back भी होगा. Back भी होगा. I think 10th house is your knees.
10,000 knees, sir. So backbone, sir,
Yes,
8th.
it becomes 8th or 9th.
8th
Some
house,
one
sir.
of the thoughts. Yeah, maybe 8th house.
Yes, sir, 8th house. Sir, I have two questions, but I don't want the answers right now because it will take too long. So I want you to please note it down, and further in next class we will get the answers. First of all, there are 30 days in a month. Okay, so how do we say this that the moon takes only 27 days to round up the zodiac? First thing, because I don't understood this thing, that how can we make out that moon will take
It means there are 30 days and moon take 27 days.
27 days.
What about 3 days?
Yes, sir. There are 15 days Krishna Paksh and Shukla Paksh. There are total 30 days. And how come we say that it takes only 27 days? One thing. Second thing, that where do we get this thing exactly? That why do we take Jupiter for the karka of marriage for the female charts, whereas Jupiter is the having the karka of second house, fifth house, ninth house, and 11th house or 12th house lord. So, why this thing variation is done in this male and female marriage related charts?
Okay.
So these
We
are
can
the two
discuss these
questions.
things because this will need some explanation.
Yes, sir. Because it
So,
takes
and
a
both-
long time.
And both questions are simple, so I know any difficulty in that. I will explain it.
Yes, sir. I know. So next time I will get the answers from you. So these are the two questions.
So for that, for your only knowledge purpose, you can read about Adhika Masa. Okay, there is a
Adhika
word,
Masa.
we call it Adhik Mas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you read Adhik Mas, you will understand, okay, what is with that 3 days left. Okay, 27 days
Yes,
of
sir.
our lunar. So those days which is left now, so we have a system to compensate. Okay, so we call it Adhik Mas. Correct. Adhika means what? Extra. Okay, now that 15 tithis, okay, that I will explain in the next session.
So we will have a more debate in this. So that's why I want you to answer me in next session. So there are two questions.
I will not cover in the next session. Otherwise, next session also becomes very big. So I will do a separate video on it. So
Okay,
because
sir.
this is very interesting. Maybe many of have the same question. No?
Yes, sir.
So we can make a video on it.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. So or the Jupiter reply will be discussing
Yeah.
next session.
Jupiter we can cover in the same session.
Yes, sir. Next one.
Session.
Yes, sir. Right.
Okay. So we'll meet on Jyotishmati Pragya meditation
Right.
on Tuesday, 8:30 p.m.
Right.
So before that, you all can send your details, name, date of birth, place, time, or Rashi or Lagna. admin@saptarishiastrology.com. Okay.
Yes.
So by Monday evening or by Tuesday morning, you will receive an email with mantra. So be ready with that mantra. Don't share that mantra with anyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I will tell you how to use it.
Right.
Sir, one doubt.
Yeah.
I'll go through those videos, everything on which is given to me. Since you are saying this particular course, we have got only 2 classes left. So for me to go through those classes, videos, it might take some time. So what in case if I got some doubts or anything?
See, we have a WhatsApp group also.
Okay.
So if you're newly joined, so I will inform Nitesh. He will add you in that. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have any queries or any technical thing, you can post there. Okay. So we have many senior students also in that group. Okay. Or I'm also present there, so we can help you. Okay. If you need it, we can do small webinars also. Okay. Which we will do every month. Okay, 1 or 2 webinars. In that webinar, we can do a Q&A session also.
Okay. Thank
That
you.
we can.
Mhm. And about this meditation which you're saying on Monday,
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay.
So that is a meditation program for to improve our jyotish learning abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to understand, know this topic clearly. Okay, because we need to read a lot of books for this jyotish. Okay, so this meditation will help you.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
and there is another feature of this meditation is only good thing is left with you. The rest of other things you will remove. Okay, there are a lot of books which misguide us, misinterpretation. Okay, so when you do this meditation on a regular basis, okay, whatever is the truth, that will stay with you only.
Okay.
Okay, so your brain, your consciousness will only accept the truth part. That is required in this nowadays.
No, because I'm daily doing 1 hour of meditation from few years.
Okay, that's a great thing. It means at least you have started your journey in the meditation. Okay, so add on this part. Okay, so if anybody is doing meditation, okay, so for them I will use some special instructions.
Okay.
Okay, so you can follow that. So I'm not telling you to leave that meditation. If anybody doing any system, anything, they can continue with that.
Thank you.
Sir, how to know that the analysis or what the charts we are reading, are we on the correct line or not?
By the verification of prediction.
Sir, that is okay, but that is right or not? I mean, we are seeing the right chart. We are seeing the right scenario or not? That is little difficult.
Yeah, that will that.
So how to verify? How can we verify that whether we are on the right this thing or not track?
Give me an example for this. Actually, maybe I'm not
Sir,
understanding.
आपको मैंने एक भी भेजा था. If you have seen that I have done this analysis whether I am on the right path or not करके. Because lot many time I try doing it, I try connecting, dots, but then I'm not sure whether it's going in the right direction or not.
See, वो problem है. See, in olden days, when you are learning jyotish directly from the guru, okay, so you are staying with that guru and also every time he's with you, so that is a perfect way to learn.
Right, sir.
But nowadays we don't have that medium. Okay, and we can't be in touch with every, like whenever you need, I'm not available. Okay, when I'm available, you are not available. Okay,
Yes,
so that
sir.
is not possible with this medium. But okay, practice is the only thing. Okay, you do practice. If you're on wrong path, after 1, 2, 3 attempts, you will understand easily. First thing. Second, the meditation which we are learning. Okay, I already told you, whatever is the truth, that will only always present with you. Rest of other things you will leave automatically. Okay, if you're doing this meditation on daily basis and if you're learning anything, especially this jyotish, okay, and if you are on wrong path or if you are doing wrong analysis, okay, so you will realize it very soon. That is a magic with the jyotish. Okay, now this is about meditation and all. If I talk about logical thing, so once you make mistake, second time you make mistake, third time you make mistake, fourth time you will realize automatically. But in order to realize it, you need to make mistake at least 4 times or 5 times, correct? The problem is we don't want to mistake also. Until and unless if you don't make mistake, you will not realize what is your mistake. Okay.
Right.
So you need to understand doubting yourself and making mistake. Okay, so there are 2 different things in this. Okay, so if you're doing an analysis and you're thinking whether I'm on right track or not, okay, so do your analysis. Ultimately, after analysis, you must reach to some conclusion.
Right, sir.
Okay, if that conclusion is correct, okay, then also don't accept like yes, you are on right track. No, do that analysis for the another chart. Again, you're coming to same conclusion. Okay, do that same analysis for the next chart. At least for 5, 6 chart, 7 chart, 10 chart, if you are reaching the same conclusion, then you can accept, yes, you are on right track. Okay. But if you're testing, if you're doing analysis on one chart that is coming through, next chart not through, third chart not through, it means you are on wrong path. Simple. Sometimes what happens is some technique need at least, see, in maybe in courses we are teaching you only some part. Okay. But when you apply it, that is applicable only for some charts, but not for others. It means there is a mistake in that technique. So learn more about that technique. So all these things you need to do it yourself. So there is no any clear-cut way or easiest path to do that. Okay, because the same problem which you are facing, I also experience the same thing.
Right.
Okay, but with lot of mistakes, lot of error, and all these things, we come to know, like, yes, this is not the correct way, then learn this. Okay.
Right.
See you. Okay, then let's end this session. Good night all, take care,
Thank you, sir.
and happy learning. We'll meet on Tuesday.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Right.